Hello to everyone, thanks for joining me, and just wanted to give you guys a review of the Team Raffy 70mm shocks that I've now installed at the back to get rid of the Proline shocks that I had there before, and also to get rid of the cantilever Xtra Speed shocks shock setup that I had. The reason being is I kind of got bored of the Xtra Speed cantilever shock action. The way they work just wasn't realistic, and if I could actually put leaf springs at the back, I would, but unfortunately Traxxas just don't have that option. For those that don't know, this is actually a Traxxas TRX4 Defender, X Defender, which is the 324mm chassis. But as you can see there, it just goes to show that you don't need to spend $130 for a pair of shock absorbers. Previously, because I bought a set of Proline big bores, they set me back over $250 with shipping. Whereas these ones, because I got them as an order with a bigger order from Asia Tees, I decided to give them a go, which are the 70mm Team Raffy red shocks, as you can see there, and they're working brilliantly. What the 70mm allows you to do, because bear in mind this is a Traxxas and normally they have 90 to 95mm shocks all round. Just love that, how it has the right tyre off the ground there. I've only got rear diff lock activated, guys, just so you know. But what it's enabling me to do now is actually do exactly what I used to do with the Prolines, albeit a little less ground clearance, but Land Cruisers, especially the LC70s, aren't known for ground clearance anyway, and I'm a real proponent for scale builds, so I love the fact that this is offering me the most scale shock system that I can put on without actually having leaves at the back. Because you can get, even in the real 1:1 scale version, so the real life LC70, people do actually convert them to coilovers at the back, and for the better part, well, this is basically just like doing that. So this is basically like a LC70 that's been converted to coilover suspension at the back. I wish I could put the scale suspension setup as I did on my D90 Defender, which separates the actual damper from the spring, but in this case this will have to do, because you can't, Boom Racing don't release one for the LC70, they only have them for the Defenders. So just keeping this video short, as you can see, once again it just proves that shock absorbers, they're a mixed bag. A lot of people say that you don't need expensive shocks. I never really believed it, because from day one I always had expensive shocks, because I just love the fact that shock absorbers can, you know, make or break your rig, and it's proven me wrong, very wrong in fact, because I'm proving right now that all these, just a pair of them at the back, which are the $15, I repeat that how many times now, but $15 shocks, guys, can have this sort of performance. As you can see, the back is articulating and absorbing just as, you know, expensive ones would, just as my Prolines would, and you know, it's just surprising to see it. Like for me, because I'm still new to the game, those veterans out there obviously that don't use the expensive shocks, that have been saying this for ages, you know, thanks for the advice, because I've heeded that advice now and this is what I'm finding. So thanks for joining me, guys. Short video, and just give you guys one more shot of these shocks. Just for your information, I did actually end up putting 80 weight shock oil to get them to articulate and absorb the way they are. Remember, with shock absorbers, you don't want them to bounce, you want them to absorb, you want them to absorb the shock, but you want them to have slow reaction as much as possible, obviously, so you don't get a bouncy shock system, unless you want that. Whereas me, I like soft suspension, but also like them to have good rebound, but not fast rebound. So they're just working so nice at the moment. Can't wait to test it on a real trail. Hopefully next weekend I can get to do that. But I haven't really paid much attention to my LC70 lately because of the fact that I've been working on the D90. So I'm going to end the video here, guys. Thanks for joining me once again, and until the next one, peace.